Nobody knows why they ever did anything. They was all the same. The whole family. Folks around here used to call him the Mad Tierneys. Didn't you know that?
No.
Then how come you know the name? You didn't see the name on the mailbox. I watched you come.
What a filthy, filthy old man. Good evening, everybody. It is October 1st, 2025. It is the spooky season. The spooky season has officially started. It's gonna be a fun night tonight. We got scary stories tonight, baby. Tons of them. I asked and I received. Last few years of my life, I've been telling people to email me scary stories, and I've just been collecting them. I've got so many stories to tell, but I'll probably only read a couple of the good ones. Now I'll read them all. We're gonna read them all. And if you have any scary stories, email nick@nicktherat.com. In the title, I want you to do this. I want you to type with your little fingers a TITLE. That's a title. I want you to type in the title scary stories to tell in the sewer. All right, you don't have to put that in there. You just write story. You could, just put anything in the title. Make like a 3-D. You know what I'm talking about? Anything. Just email me. nick@nicktherat.com. I'll read it on the air tonight. We're going to have a fun night. Scary stories. It's going to be horrifying. Episode 508 of Nick the Rat Radio. Yeah. Tonight I'm drinking coffee laced with THC. No alcohol. Yeah. Because, I had it wasn't really very scary. It was more bleh. So on Friday, I thought it'd be fun to drink a 6-pack of pumpkin spice ale. Shit was probably like 8% too. I didn't realize I made a wrong turn in decision making until the 6th beer was mostly gone, like 75% of the way gone. I was like, oh man, I got some beer left. This is great. And then I looked at it and I was like, uh-oh. So I think I slept in some gutter that night. It was a rough night. So Sobertober is completely in play right now. Does weed count for Sobertober though? I don't know if marijuana is part of Sobertober. I don't care. Well, I'm still gonna smoke weed, but weed won't kill you like alcohol will. Alcohol is really fucking evil, everybody. So yeah, try not to drink a 6-pack of pumpkin spice. That'll be your reminder. I'm sure I'll drink again one day, but I always hit these points where when you drink and then you're like, oh my good God, what the hell is going on? This is the worst thing ever. It's just a shitty feeling. And I love alcohol too much. I love it so much I want to keep putting it down my throat. So I could stop myself, but I don't want to. So I'm like, I'm a big hairy man, I could handle 6 pumpkin spice latte alcoholic beverages. It wasn't latte. It was a fucking ale or some shit. I don't even know what it was. But, not a fun time. I'll tell you that. So we're just sticking to the coffee tonight. So, yeah, there's that. Hey. Let's see. What else is going on in the sewer that we're going to be talking about? We got this, that. We got this, that, this. We have some stories. While I was laying on the floor, dying and next to multiple pilot. You know what sucks about getting you want to lay down in your comfortable bed and try to sleep, but then you're like, oh my God, I'm going to puke again. I can't do that in my nice, comfortable bed of newspaper. I got to get out of my comfortable bed of newspaper and not sleep because I still have a horrible demon of pumpkin inside of me, horrible poisonous pumpkin eating away at me. So while that was going on, I had this thought about fish of all things. I think I heard a raccoon running down one of the pipes while I was trying to yak out whatever was inside of me. He's talking about how he's going to eat a tuna fish sandwich. And that got me thinking, why the fuck do they call it that? Isn't it just tuna fish is the only creature that lets you call it the same thing. Like, you don't call it like a salmon fish. I guess a cat, you don't, like, that would be like a catfish fish. I'm going to have a catfish fish sandwich. You don't say that. Why did, I'm going to shave a little bit over here. So when did tuna fish, as in like tuna fish sandwich or tuna fish, you don't call it a tuna fish salad. You call it a tuna salad. But the sandwich, for some reason, got that extra fish thrown in there. I think somebody's probably like trying to fuck with us or something. Some evil entity that's completely taken over this planet's brains, throwing in little jokes every now and then. We'll make them say fish twice. Oof, that's good. That's some good coffee. So, reminder, I'm just going to let you all know that tonight, wherever you may be, down dark highways or in quiet kitchens or alone in the deepest, darkest sewer pipes covered in mayonnaise at all crazy hours of the night, just want to let you know that tonight we are carrying on the tradition of sharing stories that were never meant to see the daylight. And some of these can be so scary that, like, I'm sure if you have, like, balls by the end of this show, podcast thing, you won't. They got to put a warning label on this podcast. It's the castrator. That's how scary this is gonna be a really scary kickoff to the Halloween season. Yo, Sobertober. Let's listen to a song tonight to get in the mood. We got Alex Nakarada with Halloween. So if you have any small children in your house right now, make sure they're well duct taped to the radiator, okay? Don't let them get away. This shit's gonna fuck them up. Well, that was an abrupt ending to a kind of creepy song. All right, everybody. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio, where we're going to be telling some scary stories. Let me check my email really quick. Let's see what we're getting into tonight here. Let me look for scary stories in the sewer. Oh, yeah, it looks like they're rolling in already. Let's see. Dear Nick, I woke up at 3:11 a.m. Oh, these are going to be scary. I woke up at 3:11 a.m. because you know when that happens. That's not a good sign. Last week to use the bathroom. When I passed my hallway mirror, my reflection didn't move. It just stood there, staring at me. When I leaned closer, it smiled. But I wasn't smiling. I turned on the light, and the reflection was gone. I haven't looked in the mirror since. Damn. I'd try to return the mirror. It sounds like it malfunctioned somewhere. What's the warranty on mirrors? I think 7 years or something? Hold on one second. I'm trying to get this out of the way here. I don't know how many back errors this could go. Come on, go back. Come on. Let's see what's here. Thanks. It's always amazing how much history computers could store. So yeah, we're looking for like real scary stories like that. That was pretty horrifying. Much like the this new Android update. You see this new Android phone update? Like, hold on a second. If you're watching the Twitch stream right now, I'm going to show you what they think is like what a phone should look like. What is up with the multiple directional things going on here? Like, why would you do this? I guess they thought it looked cool. All the icons are short and stubby. You can't. Well, you could change it to make it look even stupider, right? Like, I don't know, man. This Android update, I don't know if I really like it. But you're stuck with it now. That's the weird thing about technology is whatever you get, that's what you're getting. You can't stop, chop, and roll out of that sucker. Wait a second. Hold on. All right, what we're going to do right now is I'm going to take you down a little bit of a scary predicament that we're getting into as a society. I think I do want to talk about this. I do think I should talk about this here. I was always skeptical of recycling and how the garbage works because they keep a lot of stuff hidden and shady, and it seems like they're all throwing it into the same thing. And how do they know that the compost bag is going to be what are they even doing with this stuff? And I think a lot of people already know this. There's a lot of what I'm going to tell you is probably not really news, but it might be to some people. If they don't pay you for it, it probably isn't recycled. I think I figured out the whole recycling scheme. I think I figured out kind of a lot. But anyway, let's listen to a system walkthrough for the Tiger HS55 deep packing system. All right, this is a simple little video of somebody talking about some equipment. And I think this is the equipment they use to sort organic and inorganic material. All right, now let's just listen to this. Might play an ad. I don't know. YouTube fuck you, dude. Here we go. Let's listen to what we got here. First off, fuck yeah. America. I don't know where the shit's made, but the song sounds American.
Hi, I'm Nick Kobos with Ecoverse. Separating packaging from organics is a necessity, and nothing does it better than this Tiger depackaging.
Is it really a necessity? That's going to be the deeper question. If it's really a necessity, and I'll explain where I'm going with this in a little bit, but you know.
And nothing does it better than this Tiger depackaging system. This one machine can feed, separate, and process your organics into a wet or dry output.
Oh.
This you have got to see.
I got to.
For starters, the Tiger is a plug-and-play machine. All
Radix in the chat says that you should be composting your organic waste, and I agree. You should if you can. And this is not you making compost. This is a giant dumpster that they put everything into that they claim could sort the stuff. Now, when you make your own compost, you're a person. You got fingers and you're touching your shit and you're doing it. But here, let's listen more to this video.
functionality is fully integrated on a single chassis, which means it takes up very little space in your facility, and that's a big deal, especially when floor space is scarce. At the heart of the Tiger is the unique high-speed vertical mill with these bolted-on paddles.
Fuck yeah.
The massive centrifugal force generated here extracts organics through a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch screen.
Oh. So 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch screen. So basically what they're doing here is taking everything, whatever they get in those bags that people are putting out there, and they're spinning it, and whatever goes through a 3/4 screen is considered organic?
The organic fraction comes out over 99% contaminant free.
I'd like to see the stat on this. I'd like to see the 99% contaminant free. Now, what I think what they're doing with this... Okay, hold on. Let's get...
And can be recycled or repurposed through composting, converted into renewable energy in an AD system, or used as nutrients for animal feed.
There we go. Nutrients for animal feed. I think all these giant composting things in the city, like, oh, let's go to the cities and get all their compost. They're putting it in these spinning shits, taking out, 3/4 inch whatever, and then feeding it to your factory, to your McDonald's hamburger cow. That's I don't have proof, okay? But I think this is kind of proof, okay? Like, we got more. So I'm sure they're using this stuff for other things, but I'm sure that the food that they feed to animals they slaughter is complete this. And the problem is then you eat them. Think about microplastics, I think. 3/4 of an inch is a lot bigger than a microplastic, and I think the whole food supply is poison. Let's listen more about this depacking system.
The Tiger also recovers the packaging, so it too can be reclaimed for recycling. Paper, plastic, metal, and even cardboard are decontaminated and repurpose ready with no additional processing required.
They're putting it all in the same spindle. So they're just taking everything and spinning it and then feeding it to your food.
And no, even dealing with nasty food waste doesn't make a mess. The Tiger's stainless steel construction and automatic cleaning cycle keep the process sanitary. A second feed auger in the hopper keeps material flowing smoothly into the mill, preventing bridging by automatically reversing at programmable intervals.
Fuck yeah.
The Tiger provides both wet and dry organic discharge options, which can be
I'm going to have a wet organic discharge later tonight.
toggled with the flip of a switch. Need to add water? That too can be dialed in with precision. The large, open hopper makes loading the Tiger easy, so your operators can spend more time processing and less time loading. Adding a Tiger depackaging system to your operation greatly increases the services you can offer.
And these are the things I am mostly sure. I do have a source that told me they use these for the New York City composting. So they just throw it all in there. They're not really checking. And, you know, I guess feeding it to plants, that's still, I guess compost is, I think compost should be more personal than industrial. I think industrial composting might lead to a lot more cross-contamination. But, you know, hey, maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe these giant grinders that sling shit through a 3/4 inch hole is fine. All right, so let's stop watching this. Actually, maybe there's something else cool in this video. I don't know. Maybe there's more cool music.
Generating more revenue and decreasing overhead expenses, like transportation costs. Hope this walk-around was helpful. If you want to see more, give us a call or check us out at ecoverse.net. Thanks for watching.
Well, and there you go. They'll always make it sound cool, too. Ecoverse. You know, fucking green Ecoverse. That leads me to this other news article. We're just going to go straight. We're going to go bang, bang here. This is a 1-2 punch from me. What a great way to start a show off, right? Like, everybody wants to hear this bullshit, right? This didn't lead me to another thing, but I was able to combine this story with it. I saw this story today. I could just let it play, or I could just tell you what it is. You know, let's just listen to it. Well, first I'll tell you. First, I'm going to prove to you that I know what I'm talking about. I've watched the video. I don't want to. I like that music that was under it. It was horrible. The guy talking looks like he has no soul either. But that's fine. A lot of ghouls out there on YouTube. Hello, Mom. We got Jack Daniels. All right. Yeah, this is the Halloween composting segment, baby. We're going to get into scary stories still. They're here. This is kind of scary, though. Because this is your food supply, and I just think your whole entire food supply is mostly trash. So Jack Daniels, the maker of the fine Tennessee whiskey, I don't know. I drink and get sick off of pumpkin ale, and I can't even see myself buying a bottle of Jack Daniels. Ugh. Let's get some Johnny Walker or something. Either way, so Jack Daniels has, they're giants. They're giants in the industry. They're pumping this shit out, and teenagers everywhere are drinking their shit. Probably not anymore. Either way, they use corn, and then their corn waste, they give it to farmers for free. I guess this story is a feel-good story because they're not doing that no more. They're going to start to give away their corn garbage to energy plants, I think. But the farmers are upset that they're not going to get their free garbage to feed to their cows that they feed to you. Oh, we got an ad. I can't pause this ad either because this is like in the window of this. So let's stop there.
Build a website
We're
you
gonna
love.
stop that ad. We got so many ads right now. Hold on one second.
And that
Here
is
we
not
go.
the only voice that we are listening to tonight. For decades, Jack Daniels.
I feel like I was just possessed for a second there. Sorry if any schizophrenics out there. You didn't just have an episode. That wasn't the news channel talking to you, or was it?
Daniels and farmers in Moore County had a mutually beneficial agreement. The distillery had byproduct, and the farmers were glad to just take it off their hands. They used the corn slop to feed their livestock at zero or low cost.
Now the distillery is doing away with that agreement, what's known as the cow feeder program. Farmers reached out to our Amanda Roberts saying no one was hearing their voice. They told her this decision could devastate their county and their livelihoods.
Maybe it'll make the cows more healthy. Yeah, the slop. Therefore, it's waste, corn waste from after making their product, after making Jack Daniels. And they feed it to their cows, and then they feed their cows to you. Then they take the compost with the 3/4-inch slots that they take from the cities, and they feed that to the cows that they feed to you.
I filled it up this morning to the brim.
For farmers, this might as well be considered liquid gold.
This is the byproduct from Jack Daniel's Distillery. It's their waste product.
Since he was 20 years old, Terry Holtz made the daily drive to the distillery.
This guy's like 90 now, so every day he drives back and forth getting byproduct waste to feed to a whole bunch of cows in the neighborhood.
It'll be gone tonight.
To keep his honey.
Oh, it's not slop. Would you want to? Well, you could. Where is this clip? I'll link this. This is News Channel 5. Let me get the clip for you here. I could post it over here. Well, I'm the one spreading this lie, so distill it with me. I'm the one saying that this stuff is bad. This guy is saying it's good.
Hundreds of heads of cattle fed. He halted.
I don't think they should be feeding it to cows, though. I don't know. I think cows deserve a little bit better. Maybe they don't. Maybe this stuff is good. It seems like somebody in the chat knows a lot about it. So maybe we'll get the truth. I'll let people tell me I'm completely off my knocker rocker. Well, let's listen to this more of this video.
Hauls back tens of thousands of gallons of slop. He's done so every day for most of his life.
And I've been at it 365 days. Multiply it times 45 and you'll find, the days I've hauled it. I don't miss hunting. I don't miss any day the hauling my slop. So
it's that important to
that's
you.
That important to me. And it's important to Jack Daniels we get it gone. And that's what I thought, that it was important.
No longer. Jack Daniels is sunsetting the cow feeder program. Holt and his neighbor farmers will no longer receive the food they use to keep their livestock and livelihoods going.
All right, maybe it's good, but if that's the only way you're keeping your cows alive is with corn runoff, I don't know if is it really that good? Shouldn't they be eating grass, like out on the pasture or the pastures? Is it nutrient rich? Is it good for the cows?
The company instead contracted with Three Rivers Energy, an energy plant that converts the slop into renewable gas and fertilizer.
All I know is that's going to destroy us.
And the distiller's decision will undoubtedly affect the entire county. That's because
how many people are feeding just corn to their cows?
according to the most recent census data from USDA, 89% of Moore County farms are livestock operations.
Can we not get someone to hear us? Can we not get someone for Brown Farmer to hear my voice and say, hey, we might want to look at that again?
Farmers are already selling their lands and livestock, and Holt worries for the future. He feels the company he used to work for, retired from, and continued to support by working his farmland dawn to dark, no longer cares.
Jack Daniel grew up with the people.
Well, this guy's just mad because he can't drive his slop every day. He has to stay home with his wife now. He can't, like, get out of the house. He could probably retire. This guy's probably been slop slinging for so long. Probably rich. This guy's swimming in slop. So he's just mad now that he can't sling slop no more. He's got to swap stories with his spouse instead.
Well, here, you used all those images to grow. And then now you want to take that image and go away with it?
What used to be a golden friendship now feels like a turned back.
Now feels like a golden shower.
Pray that what words I use today, that it'll touch the hearts of someone out there that'll hear me and be willing to talk to us about this. Because I'm telling you, it will absolutely destroy our little town.
Reporting in Lynchburg, I'm Amanda Roberts for News Channel 5.
Kind of reminds me of like a Resident Evil game. Like just one town where the cows only eat corn. They're the corn cow Resident Evil. Let's see. We got Fergus throwing tons of word at me. I forgot this is a hit piece. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm the hit piece. It's not really a hit piece. This guy is begging for his slop. He's just a slop slinger. He's not very scientific. He is the man on the street, but he's involved. He's a slop driver. But he's just. Let's see what Fergus says. Protein distillers grains are a good protein supplement, particularly for ruminants. Dry distillery grains with soluble DDGs contains high levels of crude protein, often between 25 and 35% on a dry matter basis. A significant portion of this is rumen undergradable or bypass protein, which can be beneficial for high-producing animals. Still slop, though. I don't know. I think maybe it's beneficial. But doesn't sound like the best thing. Like it. Doesn't sound too nutrient packed, and it sounds like it's the only thing that they're given to their animals, or it's the only source of protein. I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm definitely not a cow nutritionist. But so yeah, I personally think that they're just giving us slop. They're not just they're giving slop to slop, and they're slopping the slop on the slop, and everybody's I don't know. We're all slop now. It's very sloppy. Very.
Amanda, thanks. Jack Daniels said in a statement they understand the change is significant and said, quote, "We remain dedicated to our neighbors as we adapt to this new era."
They said, "Fuck y'all bitches. We got more money from the energy people." Like, screw you. Somebody's actually willing to pay for this stuff now. Now we know how to get rid of it and get paid instead of just cows eating it. Like, what else would they do with this stuff? Like, if they couldn't like hide it under the carpet or hide it within the cow, then would it become like something that would be bad for the environment? I don't know. There's a lot of questions, but it sounds like the slop stands alone.
The UT Institute of Agriculture is co-hosting a meeting tomorrow night to discuss with farmers other options.
Like solar panel roof tiles, and healthcare A and B. Oh well, yeah. So there's that's it's fun to think about there. Wow. That took that was like 45 minutes of slop. Sorry about that, everybody. That was just a core dump by Jiggler. My core has been dumped. The song ended abruptly too. All these songs tonight just end abruptly. Now I just don't know how good the feed is. If the feed is the only thing they're feeding them, or blah 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 blah. But yeah, it's something to look into. Maybe I could be totally wrong about everything. I'm just talking, and yeah, there's also the composting situation in New York City too. You know, all that fun stuff. Anyway, let me check my email. Let's see if we got any more stories here. Let's see here. Skippy dop do. Okay, it looks like we have one right here. Hi Nick. 2 nights ago, my phone rang at 2 a.m. Wait, I should say this is probably okay. The caller ID showed my own number. Oh fuck, that's actually kind of scary. You're calling yourself? The call is coming from within your own head. Let's see here. The caller ID showed my own number. I answered anyway. See, that's where you fucked up. Just don't... all these things could be solved if you just don't open the door, you don't answer the phone, you don't read the email, you don't reply to the lawyers, you don't speak to the cops. This guy answered anyway. Let's see what happened. There was a voice on the other end that sounded exactly like me, but older. And it was whispering. It said this: "Don't go outside." The call ended. 10 seconds later, something heavy walked across my porch. Pretty fucked up. All right, we got we're gonna open up the phone lines here. Let's see, where's the phone line? 917-719-5923 is the phone number. You could call in and share a scary experience or a scary story or any of that good old stuff. You could also leave a voicemail if I'm not in the sewer at the time of you calling.
Open the fucking lines, Nick.
I'm opening them. The lines are now open. So if you'd like to give a call, share your scary thoughts, or if you want to school me on feed or composting, that works too. We could slop it up, baby. 917-719-59.
I just remembered the thing that I was trying to remember.
Oh, yeah.
This is Stillwater, by the way.
Oh, Stillwater? How you doing? Hello?
Is this Nick the Rat?
Is this... Wait, this is... Yeah, it is. I'm so confused right now.
Why?
Mostly THC.
Oh, yeah, I'm confused too.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, I think. Things are going well. I've got, I had 12 pickles here and I ate 10 of them, so...
That's a lot of
pretty
pickles.
Good night. Well, they're just quarters of a pickle.
Oh, okay. So you didn't have 12 pickles then you had 3.
I had 4 pickles or 3 pickles, or I don't know. It was a jar of pickles.
Was it
They're
Vlasic?
spears.
Were they the Vlasic pickles?
No, they're called Yeehaw pickles. From the Yeehaw Pickle Company.
Yeehaw pickles?
Yeah.
All right, let me check this out here. Oh yeah, look at that. No frill dills.
Yeah, that's what I have sitting right in front of me.
Sounds
like this jar, I got a jar a few months ago, and it was pretty good, but this jar, the pickles were just kind of... They were a little soft and not very crisp. If you know
Oh
what
no,
I
you
mean.
need the crisp going. Once they're, you don't want
Yeah,
the soft
it was
dill
not a good
flopping.
jar.
No.
And we've had we've canned pickles before, like ourselves, and some of them turn out really good, and some of them turn out not really good.
I love the really crispy pickle, like when you bite into it, like you'd say, oh, those are so good.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
I kind of like just the full dill in my mouth though. Like I like just the bite right into it. I don't like to have the because when it's quartered
You
or any
probably
of
like
that.
the little gherkins though, huh?
No, I like the really big thick one. It's just that because when you get them sliced already, they absorb all the juice and they're juicy, but they do get limp. And when
Yes, there's nothing like a limp pickle.
no, you don't want a limp pickle in your mouth. You want the nice
You
firm,
want crisp, firm, crunchy,
yeah,
bumpy.
definitely crunchy, bumpy, yeah.
That's what
Ridged.
you want. The bump, those little pickles that are really bumpy are almost always.
Those little
I
pickles
guess
scare
not
me
when they're
though.
sweet.
Like little pickles and
Why?
like it's. Do you ever
It's
see
kind
like
of like
baby corn
putting
too?
your cup up to the Sprite dispenser and
just not right.
The syrup's out. And it's just nasty water.
Yeah.
But sometimes, actually, most of the time, it's Sprite though. It's just that one time.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what eating baby pickles is like.
Sprite?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go with it.
We'll go with it.
We're going with it.
I'm confused too.
That's fine.
I kind of wanted to.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to chat about the so-called slop.
Oh. Do you work at a distillery?
I do.
So what
and
kind
I was
of
listening, and I kind of got irritated, but I kind of thought through it, and I was like, okay, why am I irritated? Oh, because I'm not thinking about it the right way. I was just thinking about it from my point of view of like trying to stay open as a business, because out here you have to get rid of that byproduct. It's just pulling the sugar out of the grain.
Can't you just bury it? Can't you like just throw it in the dirt?
We're talking about a
shitload of it?
A lot of, semi-truckloads a day. And you distill 5-6 days a week. You need to have the real estate to get rid of that much stuff, and even then, like we had to dispose of some, and it just goes and sits on the ground.
Can you burn it? Maybe you could burn it and like get like a factory going. That's what sounds like what they're going to do with it now.
You would have to dry it.
Oh, because it's wet.
Yeah, it would take you a long time because it's just grains and water. Like think of oatmeal.
Huh.
It's not slop. It's mashed grain.
Yeah.
You got to think about it like this. We buy the corn, and we buy the wheat, and we buy the rye, and we buy the barley, and then we take what we need out of it. And after that, it's a wasteful industry. It's not a sustainable industry or anything like that. Like you're not using the whole plant. You're only using the fruit. You're taking all the sugar out of it, and then you're throwing it somewhere, because you can't use it anymore. But if you have farmers to get rid of it, you can continue operating the business
and they'll take it for
you're
free.
You're going to have and they'll just take it. And we have a byproduct, and they supply the truck. They come and get it, and then they've got feed for their cattle, and it's usually supplementary feed. If you're a farmer, if you're a farmer and you feed all your cattle the same thing all the time, like you don't really want to do that. Hold on, I need to think about where I'm going here.
And they probably also want that stuff so they could change up what they're probably feeding them already. So
it's a business. It's not giving animals the ultimate care that they deserve or need. There's mass business. But if it's trying to keep both businesses thrive off of each other. And we're not some small places like us. And come to find we're actually pretty large, but we're a small operation, but we're larger than most small distilleries. And it just helps you got to run the business that way for both the farmers and the distillery.
My only issue sort of was that it sounds like these farmers have to close now because they only had the corn. I'm just going to call it slop.
I mean, that's what they're getting anyway.
But they should.
That's what's available.
If
small, and you can't. That's the whole point.
There should be other stuff,
and that's what cattle eat.
Yeah, they just eat everything. They eat the grass. But
It's not like there's tons of nutrients in grass. Like they eat more than just grass.
You know, squirrels eat birds.
Sometimes.
I'm hungry. I got a picture. I could put this in chat. I saw a squirrel sitting on the corner, just chewing on a little bird head. It was really gross. But apparently they do that.
That is gross.
Well, let me post this in here.
That's not cool,
are you in a? Are you?
Well,
I
mean, I guess they're like big fluffy rats.
Are you in sewer chat?
Yeah.
All right, here it comes. Here it comes.
Seconds.
This is what I saw today.
Oh, he's going after it.
He's going for the brains too. He's going straight for the brains.
He's a psychopath.
I was a little bit scared, but Wikipedia says it's normal. So that's
well, you're a rat. You should have just talked him down. Be like, hey man, you don't have to do that. Just so you know.
Well, I asked him to share. He said, "Fuck you."
Here's some nuts. I've got some nuts for you.
Got these nuts. Got these pickles for you.
I've got these pickles and these nuts for you. You don't have to eat the bird.
This
Depraved animal.
Wow.
Well, anyway, yeah. I wanted to call and talk about it just because.
I understand
now I'm
that
looking at it as a business proposal type thing, and the hit job is like.
I don't think it's a hit job though. It's not. The news article was just about how the Jack Daniels was just not going to give them the product anymore for free.
Yeah, but that's such a big company to try to call out on the news. Like something is.
Oh, you were mad that it was a hit job against Jack Daniels.
No, I wasn't. I was mad because I guess it kind of felt like that.
Oh, it does. Well, they are. Okay, they're like, you're not giving us our stuff for free no more. And it's like,
no. I mean, then that's my point. Is like for me and the distillery, the distillery I work at, like, that's a really crucial working. If we can't get rid of our stuff, like we can't run. We can't actually make whiskey because we don't have a way to get rid of the byproduct.
What if somebody started offering you money for it?
It's not that. It's that the program stopped.
That's true. Why did the program stop?
Program stop? Who stopped the program? Did the farmer stop the program or the distiller stop the program? Because if the distiller is getting it, somewhere else, and it's a better deal for the distillery, that's a lot of mash, like a shit ton of mash from Jack Daniels.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
If the farmers want the deal to end, then why are they fucking over the distillery, or why what's the deal? Because the distillery probably has to operate on that stuff. Like it's very crucial to disposing of the byproduct. So the deal, something is wrong with the deal. Somebody's unhappy. The farmers are unhappy, or Jack Daniels is unhappy.
Jack Daniels the farmers are unhappy. No external party stopped the corn slop deal. It was Jack Daniels. They just said, we're going to stop doing it. We're going to work with an energy company.
Okay, yeah. So they're mad at Jack Daniels for changing their business plan because now they're just, because they have to get rid of the byproduct. And they're like, this is bullshit. We're feeding our cows, and you want to go to this whatever the fuck, what was it?
An energy company. I don't even know which energy company it is.
That's dumb. Like, you're gonna put this into solar panels? I'm feeding cows. We don't want solar panels. We want cows. So that's how I kind of look at it from the farmer's perspective, or I guess from the farmer's perspective. Because if Jack Daniels changed the deal, then the farmers would be mad.
I think it's just this one guy, this one truck driver is mad. I think this one truck driver used to work at Jack Daniels, and they were like, you could drive the corn slop now, and he did it for 45 years, and they're like, you're not doing it no more. We're firing you. And
I mean, that guy makes money.
He's making
that guy makes a lot of money, but I don't think it's that. I think it's groups, because just they don't have if an independent truck driver did that, that'd be insane. For him to just go out and criticize a multi-billion-dollar company like that for, I don't know. Or, it could be PR. Maybe Jack Daniels wanted them to get just more business out there because the bourbon industry's down. Could be a native ad.
Yeah, that's true, too. Oh, there you go. That sounds like it. Cause,
I had to kind of look at it like it was a media piece and not like a personal, they're trying to fuck up my distillery.
Well, soon you might be in the energy business.
Yeah, that's probably a lot of what it is.
You got to keep the AI running. We need to feed the AI.
Shame on the farmers, or it's shame on one of those two parties. And it also doesn't say who's getting the corn now, because they're getting all that for free.
Yeah, they're not saying who.
Somebody is cutting their costs significantly.
Let's dive deeper
by
with
getting
AI
this
mode.
much grain.
I
can only imagine the amount of grain that Jack Daniels puts out, because we put out a shit ton, and we do about 3,000 barrels a year.
They probably put out more than 4 grams.
That's a lot of grams.
Three Rivers Energy Partners.
Three Rivers Energy. Okay.
That's who is paying.
Wonder
Jack
what they're
Daniels.
doing.
They are providing customized energy solutions for large retail, industrial, and commercial energy users. They're probably building stuff for the fucking server farms for AI to take.
But what are they doing with corn?
They're using it for energy. They're probably burning it or fucking.
Burning
Wait, did you ever hear of this dude on YouTube that could change plastic into fuel? They probably learned a way to change corn.
Yeah,
into,
I heard about that guy.
He probably started working for this Three Rivers Energy shit, and he's making corn fuel to fucking power the AI. Robots gonna kill us all. We're gonna die.
Man, I kind of want to call Three Rivers. I want to know what they're using all that fucking corn for. They're an energy company.
Let's see. I'm gonna ask AI. What are they using corn for?
Yeah, why do they need corn? And it's corn and wheat and barley. So, and also the feed is not necessarily unhealthy for the animals. It's, like I said, it's probably better than whatever they're getting from, like Frito-Lay.
Yeah.
Because farmers will finish their cattle on Cheetos. Which is way worse. Like Cheetos and cereal, like the shit they put on the supermarket, like all that sugary cereal and shit.
Yeah,
it's
the food
what we
supply
offer
is
for cattle is just grains and water, and an enzyme and a bacteria.
All right, here you go. You ready
Which
for
is good for your gut.
for what they're doing? They're doing anaerobic digestion, and they're gonna make renewable natural gas with it and nutrient-rich fertilizer, which is what it is already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're processing it further.
Yeah.
I guess.
They're gonna get
they
some
can
natural gas out of it.
probably keep up with production, I suppose. Okay, that's not too far out there.
Why don't they just
Not the
hook
worst
up
decision you could
hoses to the cows' asses and catch
Don't
all
we do that already?
Don't they
those are
say that
udders.
cow farts are causing global warming? So we could suck the methane out
yeah.
of a cow's butt.
Global warming? Uh-huh. Sure.
know.
Global warming.
Cow fart warming. We could stop cow fart warming by sucking cow ass.
Are you sure it's not hollow earth warming?
Huh. We could redirect cow farts into the center of the earth, and we could fly away and get away from this planet. using
Yes.
this planet as a spaceship.
Yes. Now we're getting somewhere.
I have to think about that one for a little bit.
I could see why Jack Daniels wanted to get, he said he wanted the planet to go faster, not the cows.
I got it now. Huh.
I'm telling you, it's full circle with this thing.
It's definitely
somebody's out to get him.
Definitely something's happening here. Do you have any scary stories that you would like to tell for this spooky holiday month?
I'll answer quickly. No, I don't.
Damn, the line just fell off there. Damn, man, was that Stillwater or something? I don't even, what the?
And
no, that
also
was
known as Paul by Lily, who has no discretion whatsoever. But anyway,
I remember that happened last week. I'm sorry about that. Hello, caller, can you turn down your phone?
Yes, I can. I have a ghost story, and there's one thing I want to talk about that you started on earlier, which is the fermentation, because this is a twice annoying thing to me. My grandfather made sauerkraut. He ran a garden there to help feed his kids.
Now you make
And none
sauerkraut,
of his
you
kids.
smack a German person.
He was Polish.
Oh.
Grabowski. John Grabowski. It's like John Smith, only poorer. But none of his kids learned to make sauerkraut and actually learned the fermentation. I've talked to aunts and uncles, my mom, and she said that it was some of my uncles there that helped with it. But as far as I know, none of them ever took it up. And when I told my mom that I was starting fermentation and I was starting with sauerkraut, because it's an easy thing to do, it really is that we were talking about pickles. And she said I'd have to get all that vinegar. And I'm like, all right, we're on like two different planets here, because there's two kind of pickles. You can get the Vlasic pickles at the grocery store, which have been cut up and have been cooked and then have been put into a brine of sugar and vinegar, and they have pickled by being exposed to the vinegar, the same way that a marinade pickles your meat and partially cooks it when it's got a lot of acid in it, be it vinegar or lemon juice or other citrus, pineapples and Monster.
Ooh.
But real pickles, you don't use the great big ones you put in salad. Like the schlong-sized ones there. It would be Japanese schlong-sized cucumbers you want to use to pickle. You want the smaller ones, and it's the same thing. You wash them and you put them in a salt brine, and you put them in an anaerobic condition. You got to have a sterile jar and an airlock on it so nothing gets in. It's the only thing that's growing what's already on it, because Bacillus subtilis or vulgaris, it's one of the two. It's everywhere. When you ferment, make alcohol, when you do yeast, if you buy a bag of apples and juice them and put them in a jar and add yeast to them and close the airlock on them, after about 7 days, you've got cider.
It's everywhere.
So you have to add the yeast.
How is it everywhere? Is that like dark matter?
Bacillus vulgaris or subtilis, it is everywhere. It's on everything.
Maybe that's God or something.
It's just prevalent. I mean, that's the thing is that your immune system is always kicking stuff back, and it's just a normal way that it operates. That you run into different bacteria or viruses or other stuff, and some of it is innocuous, some of it is beneficial, and some of it's hostile. And your immune system. This is something I've been telling people for years is. You have as many neurons in your digestive system as you do in your brain. And
really?
This is why I think we need to get away from industrial food, because local food informs you about the environment you live in. Factory food informs you about a factory you're never going to go to. I think our bodies learn from our food in a profound way. And just because we don't understand it yet doesn't mean that we can't help it work. Anyways, I've got a ghost story.
Oh. That was profound. Hit me with it.
It's called The Devil's Mistress. The ornate mansion at 1319 St. Charles Avenue was to be avoided at all costs. At this address, the devil once took up residence in New Orleans. Built sometime in the 1820s, the so-called Devil's Mansion took form, according to legend, literally overnight. Satan needed the house for his beautiful lover, Madeleine Frenal. So quickly did the house go up, however, that each room was at a different level. Steps led up or down to every room. Even so, the mansion was outfitted with the best Satan's money could buy. Crystal chandeliers hung above carved mahogany furniture, while the finest dinner china and silverware were set for visitors who never came. Strangely, no servants were ever employed there. Not even dust dared gather in the devil's own kingdom. Mademoiselle, quickly tired of being left alone to wander the lifeless rooms while the devil plied his trade on the wicked streets. Sometimes he would be gone for several days at a time. Eventually, she found another lover. His name was Alcide Conscient, a vain and handsome Creole man who found in Madeleine such a physical pleasure as he had never known. Again and again, he came to St. Charles Avenue to lose himself in Madeleine's charms. Alcide was unaware that he had a rival who would stop at nothing to destroy the illicit liaison. One day, Alcide was particularly morose. As was the couple's habit when the devil was away, they were eating dinner in the elegant dining room. Madeleine asked him the cause of his melancholy. He told her of his experience a few hours earlier. On the sidewalk outside the mansion, he had been accosted by a dark-haired man, attired in a great cape and top hat. The stranger asked him if he knew Madeleine Frenal. Alcide said truthfully that she was his lover. He was on his way to see her at that very moment. The stranger laughed merrily and said that he too was her lover, but that he had grown tired of her. Alcide could have her, but on one condition. The couple would leave with £1,000,000 of gold, the stranger promised, if Alcide promised to change their names to Monsieur and Madame L. Alcide told Madeleine that he was puzzled as to what the L stood for. She evaded answering for a few moments, but at last she acknowledged that the L symbolized Lucifer. To leave St. Charles Avenue, they would have to become the devil's couple. Despite the conditions, Madeleine begged to leave with Alcide. She had had enough of the devil's insatiable depravity. Alcide just laughed at her. He had no intention of taking Madeleine anywhere. The devil was right. He too was growing tired of her, and she was growing old, he added. There are many other younger and more beautiful women he could have. Besides, a mistress could never make a proper wife. Mademoiselle Frenal was furious. She grabbed a long cloth napkin, and before Alcide could act, she had twisted it about his throat, crushing an artery. Blood spewing from the dying man's mouth, soaking Madeleine's hands and gown. Alcide slid off the chair and fell in a heap on the lush carpet, a pool of blood forming beside his head. For the rest of the night, Madeleine tried to wash the blood from her body and clothing. It would not go away. At last the devil returned from his rounds. Madeleine told him of the events, but he simply chuckled in merriment. His plans were progressing nicely, he thought. He hoisted Alcide's corpse over his shoulder, grabbed the struggling Madeleine by the arm, and climbed to the roof. Grinning, he told Madeleine that he had not had a decent meal all day. With that, he began to devour Alcide's body, leaving only a few bloodied shreds of skin. He threw those to the alley below for the neighborhood cats. His hunger was still not satiated. He turned to Madeleine. For many years, the three-story house stood vacant, its bottom windows barred, moss growing on the pillars. A family finally moved in during the 1840s, but with them came the ghosts of Madeleine and Alcide. It was always the same. In the dining room, a large table would materialize. Seated at it were the diaphanous figures of the young couple. Soon there was a scream, and Madeleine's ghost lunged for the deceitful Alcide. As she twisted the napkin around his throat, the entire scene faded away. That family and many others after it
found the horrible scenario too upsetting to stay for long. The only family to stay was Charles B. Clarendon and his wife Laura, née Beauregard Clarendon, the daughter of Civil War General Toutant Beauregard. The Clarendons saw the ghostly murder take place many times, but grew to accept the uninvited ones. They loved the house and remained for many years. Sadly, the Clarendons' infant daughter died there. Mrs. Clarendon passed soon after. Charles remained a virtual recluse, keeping meticulous diaries of his experiences there. It was he who was responsible for gathering the house's incredible early history. A Mrs. Jacques and her family later lived in the Devil's Mansion, but the haunting overwhelmed them. Not only did the spectacle of the dining room frequently turn up, but often there was the acrid smell of smoke when no fire was set in one of the numerous Italian carved fireplaces. Doorknobs would be twisted by unseen hands, and disembodied footsteps raced up and down the hallways. To passers-by familiar with the house, the weirdest sight of all was the head of the devil himself embedded in the gable. Some said it was simply a hideous gargoyle made of stone or bronze, but those who really knew said it was the head of the living devil himself. How did they know? If you watched carefully, the eyes would follow your path, and its lips would pull back in a snarl, revealing long, spiked teeth soaked in human blood. The house was raised long ago. Good night, Nick.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a super spooky episode of Nick the Rat Radio, where we got the best spooky stories and the scariest slop slinging something. Anyway, let's thank some people. Oh wait, somebody's calling. Who's giving a call right now? We're about to open some letters from the PO box. Hello, caller.
Oh, you're opening mail?
Well, yeah, I went to my PO box today and I got this letter. I can't
I can hold on while you do that.
cannot. This is a very easy process. All you have to do is just do this. How are you doing tonight?
I'm okay.
What's going on?
I kind of had a spooky story.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us the spooky story?
Yeah. Well, I could. I mean, it's not really long, and you might have heard it. So I was sitting in my living room, and there was some knock at my door. And I was like, oh, that's weird. It was like late Sunday, around 6 o'clock. I'm like, who'd be coming over to my house, knocking on the door? Because I wasn't expecting nobody. And turns out it was the Mormons.
Is the what?
The Mormons. Yeah, they were there. They wanted to grief counsel me because some asshole drove into my niece's church and killed a bunch of her family.
Oh my God.
Sunday. So that was scary.
So the Mormons came to your house for money?
Like no, to notify me and help grief counsel if I needed it.
How'd they find your address? Those Mormons, they got some spy networks.
They had it in the book. I was in a book.
Oh.
They keep papers on people. Yeah.
Gee, so did you invite them over? They probably make a really good cake for you and stuff.
No, they just wanted to make sure I was okay and that, you know.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I didn't really know them.
Oh, okay. That always makes it easier. A little bit, not really.
Yeah. It was kind of weird then, like looking on Facebook at all the stuff like that was flying back and forth with all my relatives. And
Are you talking about the ex-Marine dude?
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah.
From Sunday.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Did he have a
no kidding? My nephew's wife is from there. And they did send somebody over to grief counsel to let us know.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Fucking scary story though. Bunch of people went to church and
going. You never know. A squirrel's gonna come by and eat your brains tomorrow.
Squigger something up, that's for sure.
How
yeah.
big
I need to explain something to you about these grains.
Yeah.
All right. So when they extract all the sugar out, then they make the alcohol. It makes the grains so they can be broken down. So if a cow were to eat the corn or the rye or the whatever barley, whatever it was in the wild, which it would eat because it's a ruminant and it grazes, it would bypass those proteins normally, it'd just poop them out. But since they've already been broken down, now the cow can uptake them.
Really?
So it becomes bioavailable. Humans have only known this and been practicing it definitely for at least since 2000 BC.
So they're getting protein out of the corn after they're sucking the sugar out?
What's that?
You're saying that they have to, once you suck the sugar out, it makes like the protein in the corn available?
Once the chemical process once it's broken down,
yeah,
it makes it bioavailable, and the gut biome of the cow can then break it down easier. It makes it available. First, the real thing that's really cool is there's a bunch of microbes that live in the cow's gut. They really thrive the load in their gut goes up, and then the cow, they get that protein, their load goes up, then the cow's protein goes up.
Man,
But
you're making my load go up.
we've been doing this for like 4,000 years at least. Well, as long as they've been using grains. It really became a practice in like Scotland and Ireland when it became very grain heavy. It wasn't done with corn at first. It was just always distillers' grains. They also did it with beer mash as well. Whatever stuff was left over. Ruminants have 7 stomachs or 6 stomachs or whatever because they don't break down things really well. So having something that's already got one process on it is good. And that's one of the ways that we were able to keep herd animals is because water was poison and we used to make a lot of beer and other stuff to drink. Applejack, apple cores, all the leftover mashes have always been fed to our herd animals. It's part of farming 101. And what's going on with these energy companies, under Joe Biden, they passed this REAP Act. And they've been trying forever to get us to start as much of our food on fire as possible for energy under the guise of climate change. So Jack Daniels gets a big tax break for lessening its carbon footprint by going the sustainable route of putting it into a methane gas that can be burned for cleaner energy rather than the dirty route of giving it to farmers for food. Okay? So the whole thing just reeks, and not just of cow shit. But
There's money being made, and I'm not involved, so I'm just mad.
Well, no, you're involved because you're paying for it. So your taxes
I guess,
are paying for the grants that are paying Jack Daniels and Three River Energy to do the processes that they're doing.
But am I using their energy? I'm not drinking their alcohol.
No, but your tax dollars, a portion of them go toward stuff to starve us. You know, it's to create hardships on the farmers.
That's true.
Wherever they can create a hardship on a farmer, right? So that's where big industry was. Now, I'm not sure what size integrators those farmers were, but I'm sure some little farmers got hurt.
Oh, definitely. You know, if they were getting stuff for free for 40 years,
I'm sure some
probably relied on, and it does seem like it's probably a good secondary source, at least, compared to just grass.
No, it's a great primary source of protein. See, that's what you're reading it as bypass protein, but that's what they would normally bypass. Once it's been broken down, it's bioavailable.
Well, caller, just
so they get a lot of protein out of it.
Do you want to know? You know how gay I am, right?
Yeah.
So can these cows be served, gourmet dishes instead? Like, would it be better for them? Would it make their meat better if they were fed better food? Or is it? I know it's a good food, but
so
it's a good
what
source,
it is,
but it doesn't have everything it
needs. That is a gourmet meal for them, Nick. It's already been processed to a point where you're taking all the sugar out where it would make them fat, and you're putting protein in.
Yeah, but is there other nutrients in it? It sounds like a secondary. It's
yes,
already been used
there's
up.
other nutrients, and they get roughage out of it. The protein's very important, Nick.
But is it a fancy
Ruminants
feast?
So they have to eat a lot of grazed material.
Those motherfuckers
and then
eating all
they
the time.
bypass most of the protein. So they don't get that much out of it. We've been doing it with these animals for thousands of years.
I know. That's my. I'm upset. I think these cows should be given a fancy feast, something better than just secondary
Well, I mean, are you on Team Human or are you on Team Cow?
I'm on Team Cow. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm on Team Cow.
okay.
And I think that cows deserve better than, or they deserve some
Yeah,
of the
man.
money from Jack Daniels, from our tax money. The cows should be getting paid.
No, like Jack Daniels was getting their garbage hauled off for free.
Yeah.
But now the taxpayer is going to buy it from them.
Yeah, they're the winners in this one. JD and
It's kind of like the fluoride
everybody else loses.
that R.J. Reynolds makes from its aluminum plants. Fluoride's a byproduct of making aluminum.
Oh, did you hear what I said about the composting earlier?
Yeah.
Do you think those sorting machines are good at sorting garbage?
They're okay. I sell a 24-hour composter, Nick.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, mine is so. I don't have one that does plastics. It's all got to be like you can put all the cellulose you want in it, all the paper products you want in it, and all the food scraps you want in it, and then I add microbes to it. I add 19 different microbes into it and make a slurry, and it does a screw. And it tumbles, and in 24 hours you have 100% humic acid, which is humate, and it's completely free of all pathogens and high levels of what they call nutrient.
And
that
do you
would be
do you feed it to cows? Do cows eat this?
No, it's used for soil. It's used for soil.
Okay.
Yeah, but most Halliburton's my biggest customer, actually.
Really?
They love them. Yeah. I used to sell. I had a whole thing where I was selling bugs, microbes. For
I
years.
did not. You have a very interesting.
Like we were selling to SeaWorld and then like seafood companies using biologics to control pathogens and nutrients rather than that's the way. That's ding 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 ding. It's God. It's grand overall design. Grand overall design keeps everything under control, Nick. And we just have to lose our will to be in control and let the grand overall design of things be in control.
And then you gotta stay cool. We're dust in the wind.
Yeah, exactly. Well, listen, man, happy Halloween. Get those donators on. And,
Oh yeah. All right. Well, thanks for the call there.
The grief counseling went well.
Yeah, it's a horrible story. That was yeah. Sorry about all that.
Yeah, that's a real ghost story.
That's a
real scary story. You show up for church, some guy drives into the wall, comes in, starts shooting everybody, and then fire bombs the place. Awesome.
Did he have nothing else to do that day? Play some video games or
whatever?
Nah,
I heard he was fake and gay.
Yeah, probably.
Later.
All right, man. Have a good night. All right. Well, let's thank some people. I got a P.O. box. I open everything live on the air. And what's the P.O. box address here? P.O. Box 90549, Brooklyn, New York 11209. Let's open this up. I think I can. Ah, there we go. There we go. Fat Boy Nuclear Vibe. Sir McCrotch. PhD layaway for sis. She won a black one. 96 cents. Thank you so much for that. Let's thank some more people here. You could also donate by going to nicktherat.com, clicking on donate, and there's some donation suggestions. And there's other stuff of whatnot. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that THC coffee is starting to kick in now. Let's see if anybody has donated using PayPal. I read donation amounts, initials of the donator, and notes. There you go. I remembered the rules of the game. Let's see if anybody has donated this week. It looks like we do have KS. KS with 420. Thank you so much, KS. You've been there for a long time. 420 is the recommended donation amount by your doctor. Your primary doctor thinks you should donate at least $4.20 to Nick the Rat at least once a month. Thank you, KS. We also have DV with the recommended $4.20 subscription amount. Now that is what I'm talking about. Thank you so much, DV. $4.20. You could also donate by going to twitch.tv and going to Nick the Rat, and there's a bunch of, whatever's there. I don't know. There's like faking gay trains or something. I don't know where my Twitch page is right now. Hold on. Where is twitch.tv? Let's see here. Twitch.tv. We go to the twitch.tv. We click on the creator's dashboards, and then we read the things from the past 7 days. I'm not describing anything very easily anymore from this point on, because I don't even know where I am. Mad Hatter, 1036 Hatter, gave a follow 6 days ago. Thank you so much for all the donations. And what time is it? Midnight in the sewer? No, it's 4 minutes to midnight. All right. Well, let's take a quick musical break, and we'll be back for Midnight in the Sewer together. I need to get some cup of water or something. I'm gonna hydrate. Let's listen to Mr. Jazz with Nights Before School. Hey, look, I made it right in time for midnight in the sewer, everybody. Sorry, I was trying to find some clean water. Sometimes when you're scrounging around in the sewer, it's hard to find a nice puddle of clean water. Stay hydrated, folks. Alcohol is a poison. It's a fun poison. It's very, very... You have to respect the product. Especially if it's pumpkin ale. Okay, we got some more emails coming in with some scary stories here, so we're gonna read one of these. Let's see what we got here. Okay. What the hell? Got an ad for Asian Feels. It's not a typical dating platform. Asian Feels? Oh, hello. Hold on one second. This is making me nauseous. This fucking auto frame bullshit. There we go. Pop. Turn that shit off. Nick. That's me. Congratulations. I was scanning late night TV when I found a dead channel, nothing but static. Except in the static, it's really hard to find those anymore. Like sometimes when you find dead channels now, it's usually just like a black screen where it just doesn't load. Except in the static, I could see a man's face screaming silently. Wait, let me read this again. I was scanning. I was scanning late night TV when I found a dead channel, nothing but static. Except in the static, I could see a man's face screaming silently. I turned the TV off, but the sound of the static kept going, echoing through the house for another hour. Well, that's fucking horrifying. That's a scary one. Thank you for that email. Now I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Hold on one second here. Where are we in the show here? I just got to do some math. That was really scary. When I get scared, I have to do math. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 and 5 is 9. 9 with a 6. Okay. Let's listen to a voicemail. Because I feel really weird right now. Yeah, we're going to listen to a voicemail here. I don't hear anything. Is this working? What did I do to deserve this? Anyway, I gotta thank my doctor. Doctor served my crotch. I thought I lost my headphones, and I remember he was recommending a pair. There was like Tozo 10s or some shit. It sounds like somebody that would fight Godzilla or something. But he recommended, and you ever like lose something and then you lose? I lost my I had the earpods, I had the Google Pixel earpoddy thingies, and the little case with them. I lost the case. I don't know where the case went, and then somebody else gave me a case for them, so I didn't have to get rid of them. But then I lost them again, and I was like, man, there's like some goblins chasing me. But then I found them again, and I was like, oh man, I just need to chill on the weed a little bit. So I have my headphones back. I'm not going to buy the Tozos just now. But yeah, thank you, Dr. Simmerkratz, for letting me know what was going on there. Yeah, he responded pretty quick. That's how you want your doctors to work. You want your doctors to get in touch with you pretty quick. But I don't even know if you could do that anymore because the government is currently shut down right now. I'm a little bit... can we take advantage of this? Is there something we could do to take advantage?
Open the lines, Nick. You don't always have to start this show at exactly 9:03. You can start the show early sometimes.
All right, I'll open the lines.
Start the fucking show.
No,
Open the
lines are open. Hello?
Open the lines.
They're open. Hello. Wow, see, look, they're open. I don't know what that guy's talking about. Hello? Are the lines open?
Hello?
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 Hi.
Do you hear me, or are you hello?
I can hear you.
Okay. Whew.
I can hear you.
All right. I didn't know what was happening there. Caller, do you have something scary for us?
I once got called. So when they told me I qualified for a back brace.
A back brace?
They said I qualified for a back brace.
Black lace?
Back brace. They said I qualified for it. You believe that? That I qualified for a back brace? That's what they told me.
Quails could fly?
It was so fucking scary.
I need a...
qualify for a back brace.
How do you qualify for one? What are the requirements?
I don't know. I was in shock. I was in horror. I didn't know what to do.
Which back?
Taking its toll on me over the years.
Your back?
They qualified for a back brace.
Yeah.
Devastating.
You want to see if you could qualify for the black race? I don't know. What skin color are you?
Just for a back brace. Back brace.
Are you okay, caller?
I qualify for a back brace. Did I tell you that? That's what they told me on the phone.
Where are you gonna pick it up?
Pretty certain he was an Indian fella, but he told me that they qualify for a back brace.
What is the female version of fella? A lass? A lassie?
A
pony?
filly.
A gal?
A fella and a filly.
A fella and a filly? Yeah, a filly. A horse. A duchy.
Did I tell you that I qualify for a back brace?
Somebody maced you?
Back brace.
Is your back okay?
Gotta go. I'm on drugs.
All right, have a good night there. That's well, at least we got through it together, everybody. Let's listen to Turn and Tune by Adrenaline Rush, or I have that in reverse. Wants to go outside in blackface? No.
Fuck you, it's October. Let's tell some scary Bigfoot stories around the sewer campfire. Have a seat on my lap sewer chat and let your old PDF file pal Misery Man tell you story. Tonight, we have a whopper of a tale. This story circles around a young boy named James. James was an avid trick-or-treater. His parents at first thought it was cute, but started to question his sexuality. James didn't care, though. Fook those old losers. They didn't know what fun was even if it walked up behind them, pulled down their pants, and diddled their diddle holes. Anyways, James loves Halloween. He would make elaborate costumes like Little Mermaid, and the clams would pop up and would shoot mayo into the peepers of old creepers. Once he went as Waldo and robbed all the local stores. Nothing is funnier than cops going around asking, "Where's Waldo? What funkin' pigs?" James was getting ready for this Halloween, thinking up something devilish to be, when all of a sudden his parents bust in his room to tell little James that they were moving out of the big city because it was making him fake and gay. James was pissed. His parents were bigots, disgusting. They moved that September into a small town in the back hills of Texas. His nearest neighbor must have been 5 miles away. What the fudge was he going to do for Halloween? He was still young and dumb and thought he could still maybe walk somewhere to get $2 worth of old candy from some strangers. His parents told him to fuck off, and they didn't care anyways. So out in the woods, dressed like Tinkerbell on her period, James did a go-go. He must have been walking for 3 hours in the pitch darkness. Gotta hand it to the boy, until he finally came upon something that resembled a house. It was a thick structure of what appeared to be sticks and bones. Boy, James thought, these fuckos in Texas really know how to make a Halloween night scary. They didn't have any lights on or nothing, just a faint fire coming within that smell like the boys' locker room when they would play that game sticking beef jerky up each other's bums. James, that young fool, jumped into the middle of the structure and screamed, "Hallie Halloween motherfucker!" In the slight glow of the fire, James then saw the largest, the meanest, the ungodly creature himself, Mafuka Bigfoot. What happened next is anyone's guess. But I won't leave you hanging. I will read you the newspaper article that came out a few days after, and, quote, "Halloween night in East Pine turned from trick-or-treat fun into a gruesome nightmare after a newly arrived teen was discovered in pieces deep within the woods. 15-year-old James, who had just moved to Texas with his family 2 weeks ago, was reportedly dressed in what neighbors described as a bold costume choice. Tinkerbell, on her period, complete with glittery wings and a suspiciously large red sash. Police say it was a lot manlier than you'd expect, and admitted they were surprised to see a boy in Texas going out alone dressed like that after dark. Deputies responding to reports of strange howling found James scattered across a clearing near Miller's Pond. Officers on the scene described the remains as brutally assaulted by something massive, too big to be any known animal in this area. One investigator, still shaken, told reporters, "We see coyotes, we see wild dogs." But this was different. The trees themselves looked beaten up. The sheriff's department has urged locals to avoid the woods after sundown until more is known. "We're not ruling anything out," Sheriff Denton said at a press conference. "All we know is, whatever did this, it's still out there." As for James, townsfolk are already whispering that his brave, if bizarre, costume may have drawn the attention of something lurking just beyond the tree line. And there you have it, folks. Bigfoot 1. Tinker Bell on her period 0. Good night, sewer chat. Misery men out of here. One love, fuckwas.
Nicholas, I have a confession to make. This is Kevin, Kevin Hill. Nick, I am your father. I abandoned you at first when I saw how stupid you looked, and I just had this feeling you'd make a fucking podcast and do it for 17 years and then all of a sudden jump off the 4th story of the Murdoch building on 17th Street. That's exactly what I saw in those stupid little eyes of yours as a child. And I had to leave and jump on the first train to California. I had to switch completely coast, go across the continent to get away from you, sir. But now my premonition has come true.
All right, so that's that, huh? Nice voicemail. Thanks. Let's get creepy and read another scary email. Let me open up my fucking email box here. I should have had this ready. You think I'm a professional, right? All right, here we go. Let's get scary, people. All right, we're gonna remember. You could still email me a scary story, anything that's been scaring happening in your neighborhood. We want to hear about it on Nick the Rat Radio. This is the podcast where your story matters to folk. People want to hear from you. People want to know what you're experiencing. That was Milk Drop 3. All right? Milk Drop 3. You could download it standalone. Check it out. Check it out. Milk Drop 3. Okay. Let's read this email. Dear Nick, my father's been dead 5 years. Last week, I heard his voice calling my name from the attic. When I pulled the ladder down, there were fresh boot prints in the dust. His size, his style. But when I checked, nothing was there except one of his old shirts folded neatly in the corner. Let's read another one. Hey, why not? Sometimes you have to put the silence in there. It makes things scarier. Like you might have thought that I just fell over and died or something. Like now it's my spirit talking to you, late at night on the radio. You don't know. Maybe that happened. Maybe maybe that's what's going on right now. Like my spirit is like talking to you. Let's do one more. These are good. These are good. You people out there are really you really have some stuff there. What is this here? Hold on, what is this? What what is this link? Oh man, I think you just gave my phone a virus or something. There's a whole book. What is this? All right, let's read this other email. Sorry there, DG. I don't know what that link is, but you probably have access to naked pictures of me now. Let's read this one. Dear Nick, what's wrong with you people? I'm a rat. I was in an empty office building after midnight. The elevator door opened for me without pressing the button. Inside was a woman facing the back wall. She's probably farting or something in there. If you're in the elevator and you're facing away from wherever, like you don't want to show your face. You're warning somebody not to go in there. Did this person go in there? Don't go in there. If somebody's in there and they're facing with their ass out, it's a gas trap. Let's see. It looks like they do step in. I step in, and she whispered, "Wrong floor." Fucko. She didn't. I just added the fucko. Every button lit up by itself. Oh shit! The elevator went down past the basement and kept moving. I don't get it. Hey, were you in the elevator this whole time? How did you go past where it was supposed to go? Well, you're writing me this. I guess you're still alive or something, but... Let's see here. Oh, this one looks really scary. Dear Nick, once again, I'm not a... Look, I'm a rat, okay? This looks like a good one, though. Hold on one second. Let's see here. Dear Nick, this Halloween I thought I should share to you how to become immortal and rich and handsome. Oh, we have a try something. I don't know what they call it. A try something, whatever. We're gonna try it though. It's apparently a spell to become rich, live forever, and look good. All right, I'm down. All right, what's the first thing we need? It looks like the first thing you need is some yeast. All right, there's a list of a couple things here. It's about 60 or 70 ingredients. We're going to go through it right now. The first one is yeast. The second one is...
Whoa! Wow. It really hurts getting ripped out of your dimension into a different one. Yeah, I should stop messing around with the occult. I've been really fucking around, Mixing alien technology with magic has been fun, but it hurts your brains for a little bit, man. When you're recombobulating, that's the only thing I fucking think of calling it. That's when you recombobulate, you kind of cum a little bit. But since your dick's not there, the cum is like lost in the ether, and I think it goes into your brain. Anywho, it's finally October, so we could get to scary stories. So, I figured I'd just tell you humans one of the scariest stories that I could think of here. Okay, here, let's go through flip through my PDA here, and, oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's a little story for you. Nah, it's not really just a story. It's just I'm just going to tell you, I'm just going to spit some facts at you. And the facts are probably going to be enough to break your brain it's just going to break your brain, and you're going to be like a sniveling little 3-year-old after I'm done with you, all right? Okay, you people, as in earthlings, believe in the soul. Now, not even if most people do. I'm not gonna say everybody. I'm gonna say, well, there's religious people. Those religious people, we can combine all of them. I think they all believe in the soul. I think everybody kind of does. I think even Buddhists who are not religious believe in a spiritual energy. Like there's something within that makes you special. And then there's those hardcore atheists and nihilists and people, but there's like 3 of those, like a real official ones. You can never be a true nihilist. You can't be a true communist. You can't be because once you're in, like, a true nihilist wouldn't exist because they just stop eating. No, there's no reason to eat. I'm dead. You can't be a living nihilist. Otherwise, that's like an oxymoron. All right, so back to the point here, and the point being that life is just a bunch of fucking little balls falling into place. Balls exploded, made more balls. Balls flew all over. Balls are starting to calm down. They're trying to fall into their lowest state of giving a shit, all right? And the balls are just bouncing around like, oh, I'm stuck to this ball. Oh, this ball pushed me off. Oh, that ball pushed me off. Now you do that like 20,000 million Googleplex times or whatever the fuck you want. I don't need big number, big time numbers. You bounce your balls a lot. Sooner or later, you wind up with you, all right? You're just a bunch of balls colliding. I'm not talking about your grandpa's balls hitting your grandma's balls and then having your parents and then their balls hitting each other and then your balls coming out. I'm talking about beginning of time ball shit. I'm talking about pre-mortal balls. Balls everywhere. And what are the balls made of? Probably just more balls. Just balls all the way down. It's fucking disgusting. These guys are just balls falling down a hole, and sooner or later, they're all going to settle at the bottom, and then maybe some demon or god or something will stick their dick up into the ball pit and knock the balls all around again and cause some more fucking weird combinations of balls. All right? So you don't have a soul. There's no meaning to any of this. You're trying to find meaning because you're a sack of balls. And what was a sack of balls to do? It's kind of an empty life. It's a pretty empty life knowing that you are balls colliding. And that's you. You're just a big cluster of fucking balls. Think about this now. I want you to think about this. When you're taking a shit, you're just having some of the balls that you ate come out of your ball asshole. There's ball holes and there's whole balls, and you guys are just digesting balls and shitting balls and seeing balls and doing balls. You can't stop it. It won't stop. You can't close your eyes and suddenly disconnect from the balldom. You are the ball, all right? You're all the ball. We're all balled together. That's life. There's nothing, there's no spirits, there's no after ball, there's no pre-ball in, there's no fucking, you guys are just balls falling, and you're just trying to realize that there's really not much else to do other than just have your balls swinging around, I guess. Yeah, isn't that kind of scary? That's pretty scary. So I think realizing you're nothing more than a ball simulator trying to go to rest than like a fucking giant six-armed spider crab tarantula skull with fucking one giant gooey gushing pus-filled eyeball squirting fucking blood and shit and fucking nastiness under your mattress while you're trying to go to sleep, but you don't know it's there because it just snuck in through the little crack in the window because it doesn't really have a spine like a cat, and it could just sneak into your house and then suck on your fucking fingertips when you're dangling your little fingertips off over your bed, and it starts sucking on your finger. It's sucking the essence of your balls so it can make some fucking eggs under your bed, and then it's going to lay them, and then the baby little spider tarantula skulls with drippy gore coming out of their fucking eye holes going into your ears, and then they're going to go into your brains, and they're going to cuddle up with you and go to sleep. Good night, everybody. This has been a fun little Halloween story from Zindu, the Ball King. Go fuck yourselves.
Finally, you pull the trigger to complete the spell. Huh. That's easy enough. All the music you hear tonight is all CC BY 3.0. It's all good stuff. So go to my SoundCloud. Go to SoundCloud/NickTheRat, and all my likes are all the songs that you hear tonight. Go to the artist. Go give them thumbs up their butts and say hi to them. Be like, you are good stuff. I like your stuff. Your stuff. Keep making stuff. It makes people want to keep making things when you say that you like their stuff. It's cool. Things like that. Or something. I don't know. Let's listen to Revenge by Bash Shell. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio, where we're having a lovely night telling some scary stories. We still have a whole bunch of stories left, too. Oh, boy. Maybe I should start going through them. To really get the creep going, get that creepy vibe going by reading some scary emails. Let's see. Do we have anybody? Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like we don't have... Wait, nope. We got a lot more. Here we go. Ow. Stop. Ow. Hold on. No, turn that... How about... Is it... Hello? Hello? Hi. Wait. Let's make... I wanna... Is this scary? Is this a scary voice? Hello? I'm being really scary right now. Let's just read it with a regular voice here. We have... Let's see. Hey, Nick. I inherited a box of old porcelain dolls. Huh. One of them had its eyes painted shut. Last week, I woke up in the night to find that the same doll was sitting on my dresser and her eyes were wide open, staring at me. The paint was gone. Well, you failed to mention how you went to the hardware store earlier that week and got paint thinner to remove the black paint that was painted on this porcelain doll because you were going to try to sell them as a set on eBay and make at least a couple of $1,000s. But other than that, that was pretty scary. I think I'm a skeptic. I don't take stories at face value. But I should, these people are writing these in. These are real stories too. This really happened to somebody. I vet each of these, at one point possibly in the future, and I'll go back in time and make sure that if they weren't real, then I would not air them. You wouldn't have heard them. But if you hear this live and I find out in the future that these stories are fake, I will go back into the past and maybe kill a grandparent of you so then you can't be born. And then I'll fix the timeline. Nick, I heard scratching at my back door. I think your husband is a pig. Oh, wait. When I opened it, my dog ran in, except I buried that dog 2 summers ago. Ugh. Don't let it on the carpet. It wagged its tail like normal. When I reached down to touch it, my hand went right through. The next morning, muddy paw prints trailed through the kitchen. Oh, that's so sad. Ghost dog story. Nothing is as touching as like a ghost dog story, I think. Maybe ghost dog playing basketball. That would be cool. Or ghost dog wrestling. They make a lot of weird movies these days. Dear Nick, no, I'm a rat. I've had sleep paralysis before, but last night was different. I couldn't move, and at the foot of my bed was a tall shadow with its head bent backward. It leaned over me, face to face. Oh, it's doing some yoga in your bed. Nice. Is it a MILF? And whispered, "We're already inside you," or is it a DILF? When I finally sat up, the shadow was gone, but my breath was still fogging in the air like I'd been outside. I think that story's bullshit. Let's see. Let's get this. We got this email here. Hey, Nick at nicktherat.com. Very cute. I was tuning in old shortwave last night, hoping to find you. I'm not on shortwave. I'm sorry. You could find me on girthy wave. Instead, I caught a woman's voice crying on a dead frequency. What is a dead frequency? After a few minutes, she said my full name. Ugh. Then she whispered, "Don't let him in." I live alone, Nick. But as she spoke, somebody knocked at my door. That shit's horrifying. These are getting kind of creepy. You know, reading, it's almost midnight in the next sewer. I'm sitting here reading these things. I don't know if I like this anymore. You ever just creep yourself out? Like you're just sitting there and you start thinking about like somebody like right outside of your house, like maybe looking through your window. Well, like then you hear like a tapping on the window or some shit. Just because you're just sitting there and you're thinking about like there might actually be somebody right outside of your window right now. I'm going to read one more of these here. Yo, Nick, what's up, my homie? Not much, chilling, thanks. I had a dinner party last month. You didn't invite me. 7 people total. We took a group photo. Yesterday, when I looked at it, there are 8 people in the picture. Well, I told you you didn't invite me, so I came uninvited. A tall man in the back sitting at the end of the table. Nobody remembers him being there, but when I zoomed in, he was smiling directly at me. All right, let's listen to some Bigfoot beats with Car Trouble Funk. We'll be right back.
To London burning by war, or Rome of the circus and the catacombs, to Athens, Los Angeles, cities of the moon.
Not hardly. I only paid $1.25.
June, July, August.
I bought me a car. I was happy.
September.
Transmission trouble. Bought me another.
And then?
Nothing.
And after that?
Nothing.
Could they really climb a tree and hang up there without breaking those branches?
Sure, it's easy for him. He's not 3 times as big as you, Dad.
Some of these boys will be future prime ministers, and some of them won't.
The son of the king of Tonga is fitting in well. The son of the king of Tonga is fitting in well. Son of the Tonga, son of the Tonga, son of the king of Tonga is son of the king of Tonga is fitting in well.
Hills? You got problem.
The son of the king of Tonga is fitting in well.
right, darling. You call now.
I will.
Open for me the lips of your secret hate.
Drink it, drink it.
Your great poison will feed me.
Drink it, drink it.
Since I must breathe your blood,
Drink it, drink it.
give me the stain of your sweat.
Keep it smoking, boy.
And the spine of your
The
courage.
new generation looking for new kids.
I got a pipeline to anything.
Anywhere they can find.
To nothingness. Oh, Father in heaven, the only obscenity is death.
Help me, please. And it's good for arthritis, too.
And dead, four-cornered as the grave, I dream of resurrection in a party dress.
Yeah, put me on the side. I guess it's kind of
I appreciate your tone, Steven.
Go to a place.
You wanna go to the place?
Wanna get to a place?
Wanna get to a place? Get back, said the penguin.
First, we gotta go, said Lewis.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, ma'am?
Never again. I'm not a
You know
man.
what? Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Did I?
I'm not a fucking man.
When the winds are blowing up in the trees, and you're feeling kind of weak in the knees.
Catch 'em. Catch 'em. Catch 'em.
When the winds are in the trees.
Catch 'em.
You know, as a child, I was very gentle. I got along well with everyone,
When the winds are blowing up in the trees, and you're feeling kind of weak in the knees.
Catch 'em. Catch 'em.
One step, sing for the glory of life. 2 steps, bring me closer along. 3 steps up to the top of the mountain. Walk on into that promised land.
This, my Indian friend, is a big book.
Wow. Some wild music. Wild. That's some wild stuff right there, everybody. Ah, wow. It's midnight in the next sewer there. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, people. We have made it into the late night of the radio. I still didn't post last week's episode of Nick the Rat Radio to the RSS feed, so currently my podcast is dead. Now I'll do it soon. It's busy times, man. The times are busy. Just trying to avoid all news. I think avoiding news will make it more cohesive, coherent. They got to get rid of political parties, I think. They just need to just make laws. Like people, like some smart people should be like, hey, here's some laws, and people should vote on those laws as a group and say, hey, that's cool. Like the law doesn't need to have a label on it. Like if the law said eat good food, I don't need to know if the law is red or blue. I just need to know that it is a good law. That's why it's, like, man, we really need to ban political parties. We should have the same number of people, running the thing and doing the stuff. But like instead of people fucking making cults, it's ruining the fucking the possibilities of society. So yeah, it's just fun to ignore all of it. Because it doesn't really matter anyway. It does matter, but if you ignore it, you could just be like, whatever. You don't have to read about it because everything that you see on the internet these days is fake and gay. Nothing's real anymore. The entirety of the news cycle is all hearsay. Sources says, maybe made by a bot, might be fake, might be completely fake, and who knows if it happened? Who cares? The context is off. The context is wrong. The people are wrong. The ideas are wrong. It's a hit piece. It's fucking everything is just lies and slander and corn slop. Tasty, tasty corn slop. You could probably make a really cool burrito out of that or something. Like you gotta figure that maybe we should make toothpaste. We could sell it as toothpaste. Maybe it'll be sentient. If we hook it all up together, hook all the corn slop together. Jack Daniels. Are they public? Is there stock? Is Jack Daniels a public company? And how about the Three Rivers thing? No, it's not a public. It's privately owned. What's the name of that? Three Rivers. Is Three Rivers Energy Partners a public company? No, it's a private company and not a public one. Not available. No ticket. No. This is all behind closed doors. Founded in 2020, is backed by private investors, including the Healthcare of Ontario Pension Plan. Maybe they're going to turn old people into corn and feed them to the cows. The company specializes in converting industrial waste from food and beverage plants into renewable gas. This is maybe they're turning people into smoke people. Oh man, their leadership team looks great. A bunch of cool dudes. Anyway, we're gonna October just started, man. Let's see, we got like 5 weeks here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got it's gonna be a good month for Nick the Rat Radio. I'm telling you that. I feel it right in my little pickle that we're gonna have a good month. Exciting episodes next week. Oh man, I think Twitch, Discord, Steam are all going to be meeting with Congress next Wednesday on the 8th. And I'll be on that night, so I'll be able to provide you guys with some information about that. That's going to be exciting. I can't wait to hear that. That's going to be some fun times with the news. None of it's going to be real, though. It's all going to be fake stuff. But it'll be interesting to listen to hear Twitch say that they're not pushing agendas or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting, but that's next week. I'm getting out of here. I'm pretty sleepy day. And I need to take a cold shower because all those scary stories, oy, they were too scary. Dead air is scary too. All right, everybody, have a good night. We'll be back next week with more Nick the Rat Radio. Peace, love in the butt grease, or what is it? Peace in the butt grease, in the butt grease. PC, Reese's, PCs. Your car insurance. You've been approved for this back brace. See you next week. Let's listen to some Halloween Pipe by Aries Beats before we go. Yeah, why not? Reese's Feces. Boy. Happy Day of Atonement to those who tone their mints. Your team isn't so special. Alright? I don't care if you have a hat, or shirt, or jersey. Or in October, we're all monsters. Eating corn.
Okay, Nick, it's 9 o'clock. Can you open the line? You don't have to do the intro. Open the lines now, sir. I command you.
I don't know how I knew.
Maybe I've been here before. A long time ago.
No. I would have remembered you. I've always been here. If you'd been here before, I would have remembered.
It's all vaguely familiar. Like something that happened when you're a small child.
What do you remember?
I'm not sure.
Stop killing animals!